Very good. Let's go ahead and start, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Georgesaur here. You guys know what time it is. Today we're going to be opening up some more of Megaevolutions. We got our Gardevoir representing Megaevolutions and our last booster box that we have right now, at least. So hopefully if we get more, we'll do some more. But we're doing this booster box versus we have our Latias, because you know we're doing some Surging Sparks. 4 ETBs of Surging Sparks versus our 36 packs of our booster box. We're gonna go put them against each other and make sure to stick around and see what we get. Very good. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start with Vivid Voltage, or not Vivid Voltage. We're gonna go ahead and start with Surging Sparks. I don't know why Vivid Voltage, but we're gonna go ahead and start with Surging Sparks. I remember Pikachu, that's why it came to mind, but Surging Sparks, hour 3, and we'll see how it goes. So let's start right there with what we have. And hopefully something worthwhile comes up, and if not, straight to the garbage. At this point, the bulk goes to the garbage, depending on if we have someone we can give it to or not. Don't have a lot of space for bulk, and obviously these EXs, they're just gonna get sleeved up and put away later on, but other than that, nothing worthwhile there. So we're gonna be showing you all the codes. Hopefully these ETBs end up giving us something. If not, pretty much Jasmine, pretty much gonna be not that worth anything. But Jasmine's Gaze, there is the alt of Jasmine's Gaze, but right now those alts, honestly all of these alts here in Surging Sparks, except for the really big ones, all of them aren't really worth much. Obviously 30 something bucks, still good for a card, but as an alt, usually those kinds of things you could expect more. Obviously, when we were talking about other things like Obsidian Flames and the alts there, obviously that's very different, but comparative-wise, Surging Sparks has some pretty good alt cards now. We have 4 chances for alts here in the ETBs, so hopefully we got something worthwhile. If not, it's either way. We'll still looking at some Surging Sparks after a while and being able to compare it with our Mega Evolutions, even though it's just a booster box, not really ETB wise, but still good to make that comparison. 36 packs, and make sure to see what is worthwhile and what isn't. But that's 3 EXs already from our ETB, 3 EXs and 1 Jasmine's Gaze. I don't think even with it being Jasmine's Gaze alt art, it would have been worth it, but we have our alt, our regular, and we have an illustration rare. Not bad at all with that, but still, it's a Titan. Ain't really worth diddly squat there either. But at least 5 hits for an ETB. Hit-wise, at least it's worth it. With a full art at the end as well. So 6 different hits came out here in this ETB. 3 of them being EXs, and 2 of them being a Titan and Hydrogen. So not horrible. Very good. We're gonna keep going now with our Mega Evolution. That's what I love about these guys, that the senses 3 cards and it's done. Either way, here we have our booster box, so we'll be seeing either sooner or later if it's worthwhile or not, because there are a lot of things here that we still are missing. But most of them now are bigger cards, not really anything small. We're not missing any of the illustration rares now, but we are missing some full arts. We are not missing any of the reverses, stuff like that. All we're missing is just the big cards like the Lucario and some of the alts like Lucario, Gardevoir, things like that. So just a lot of the alts is what we're missing here. Nothing really big or something that we should be worrying about. But Inteleon is our first one. This one will be going on the throne immediately, but our first illustration rare, Inteleon. So even though Surging Sparks usually I would give the gold because it's yellow, this time didn't end up doing that. But our illustration rare of Inteleon, and we're gonna see how these guys end up turning around if we get lucky enough to have more than 3 illustration rares, because the booster box have shown us that they do that sometimes. But other than that, let's see if we can get anything worthwhile here as well in our last booster box, because this is the last of the booster boxes that we had. See if we can get something out of here. There's our Dialga, and with the 4 6-packs left, and we're doing rounds of 9 because of the ETBs. You can get 9 packs in an ETB. So we're gonna see how it shows up here with our rare candy and another mega. So again, these megas are gonna constantly be showing up. We have a freaking big ass pile of them. So megas aplenty, and of all of them. There's 7 different ones, I'm pretty sure. So we got them all now at this point. Hey, there's Wally. Happy for Wally because we needed the freaking full art of Wally. So I'm gonna take down Inteleon just because we do need this guy, Wally's Compassion, and we have Jasmine's Gaze right there. So Wally has been taken down. We still need the alt. So there's a lot of things that are still missing, but hey, that full art is down for the count. I think the only one we're missing now is the Powerade one. The one that's the drink. Mega Camerupt. We were missing one of these before too, but now we already got it here. Now it's repeated at this point. And our last pack, which ends up happening once you get it, you just keep seeing it more and more often. When before you didn't even get it once, now it's just over and over and over again. But in our last one, nothing else. So very few cards left now with that Wally taken down. We have 8 missing. We already did the statistics and everything. We're missing 1 full art, which is the Powerade. We're missing 1 hyper rare, which we know right now at this point is the Lucario, and we're missing 6 alts. 6 of the alts are missing, which ain't horrible after opening all of this stuff, because again, the alts are the hardest to come by. If the hyper rare that we've gotten 2 Gardevoirs, so if we would have gotten a Lucario instead of a Gardevoir, that would have solved the hyper rare thing. If we would have gotten, I think we've gotten Venusaur twice, we've gotten Latios 3 times. If we gotten those, we would be down to 1 alt missing. But again, some of those alts that we've gotten twice, 3 times are worth more than the alts that we're missing. So that's also something that helps out in that sense, that they will be used to trade, change, and get the new cards that are shown there. But a Pikachu EX, not like it's the big Pikachu, but it's Pikachu EX there for us. Gonna put that to the side and just put it later, because again, it is just an EX, even if it's Pikachu. Even though Pikachu is useful, it's gonna go to the side nonetheless. Nothing big for us to get from that. If one of the bigger ones comes out, like the full art, even the full art would be a nice one to pull, because again, people need it, people look for it. Fampi, very cute card again. I prefer Fampi over Jasmine's Gaze any day. So going down and putting our Fampi boy, little Trump boy right there. So 3 packs left with this ETB. Some good cards already coming out. Obviously not the best, but making it at least interesting with some nice looking illustration rares. Some full arts that's not really nice, but hey, full arts that are still good to go. And then other than that, nothing else that is super big in that category. But our last one for ETB number 2, our final code, and then 2 more to go. We have our last 3, giving us Oricorio, Jasmine's Gaze, and an Archlodon. Okay, so moving on with our Mega Evolution, second round of our booster box. Now here, we're just trying to see if we get anything else that we need, because now after stupid Shuckle, another Shuckle. So we've seen this Shuckle so many times today, so I'm just tired of it at this point. But so many Shuckles show little time. But I think he or Mr. President Gumshoe is probably the one that's been repeated the most at this point. So that's probably why my reaction maybe is a little surprising to some of you. But he is constantly getting repeated. Shuckle is a great Pokemon. I'm not saying it's because of him, but the card more than anything at this point. But let's keep going. Let's keep going. Our Harayama, because with what we're missing here, we already pulled 5 in the first 9. What we've been looking at is we get pretty lucky with the amounts. Only one we didn't get lucky with was our first booster box, but other than that, mostly all of them have been pretty good in that sense. So there's our code and our 3. Got our nothing, our Yveltal there, which again, speaking of Yveltal, speaking of Xerneas, I don't know if it's because that's when the megas were up or coming out. Maybe they put them there. Not 100% sure, but that's making me think about next ones coming out in future sets. Maybe they'll have their own cards, Yveltal and Xerneas. Because the legendaries always look cool with their own specific cards, because Yveltal obviously has an illustration rare that's already been out. I don't recall with Xerneas, but Yveltal I do know. Xerneas I'm not aware of. If I am, let me know down in those comments, or I'll probably just show a picture on screen for you guys. I know there's one of a yellow border, I think, but I'm not 100% sure. But let me know down in those comments. And our last pack, code right there for y'all. But last pack here for round number 2, we got Nickit, Electrike, and a rare candy. So at least an item full art. Very good. So continuing, surging here. ETB number 3. Let's see if our luck changes or not. At this point, we just want to see some bigger stuff from both sides, because both sides ain't really giving much at this point. So we'll see how it changes, if it changes at all. Got our codes coming for you guys. Hopefully useful still to you guys. And if not, well, let's just not make use and leave them. So people that do come, discover, maybe they can just try and see if they get some codes or not. Obviously, at some point, it gets to the point where the codes are useless to you, but some people still go for it anyways. So it's up to you guys. So you guys really are the ones that decide in the end. But more than one account has been used for specific stuff, so we'll see. There's our code. And our next 3. Oh, screw that one up a little bit with a surfer, but nothing came out in the end anyways. Just one card so far, and it's just a regular EX with half of the box here gone after this one. There's our 3 with, again, just half of the box, already last 4 packs, and we've gotten an EX. So pretty much dead in the water at this point. Nothing really to show for, nothing good to count. There's our 3. Again, I pulled 4, just comes with it, with absolutely nothing again. Which the ETB, I haven't seen a surging ETB where we only get 1 hit, but there's a first for everything. Let's see if we get so unlucky that we don't. That's good. At least we got a Vibrava, our Vibrava illustration rare, which I will be taking down Fampi for, because Vibrava is a Pokemon that I do like. Flygon has always been the dragon type that I use in Pokemon Emerald, so he will be there for that thing. There's our code. And our 3 with Kecleon and an Archludon, so pretty much nothing there. Even if we got the alt of Archludon, I would still think it's pretty much nothing, but at least it would have been alt. But no luck in that department either. And with our last one, we have absolutely nothing. Keeping it going with our next Mega, last to before the end. This is our 3rd to last, obviously. 9 packs left after this one, so let's see if it stays suspenseful till the end, or if something else comes out here, which wouldn't really complain whatever comes out, because at this point, we really haven't gotten anything. But we did get at least something we needed, which if just a freaking full art comes out of the things we needed, that'd be pretty sad. We still have the other 2 illustrations rares still missing as well, so there's still that possibility. There's one, speaking of the devil, we got him, our Delibird, Gonna go take down our Wally just because Wally already took the space for an entire round. Even though Delibird is also a very much repeated character here. We got Delibird there with a bunch of his doppelgangers. Is one of them a Ditto? That would have been dope if one of them was a Ditto, but creativity would be needed for that. Or people would probably look for a Ditto in there. I at least would think they would put a Ditto. I don't know, but I think that would have been a cool idea too. Either way, I don't know if Ditto would survive in ice, even if it's transformed. Does it take on everything when it transforms? Let me know in those comments if it does or doesn't. But we got our Lunatone and our other guys coming out here. Got a couple left, so one more entire round for Surging and for the Megas. But maybe we won't be as lucky. Got our Mega Latias. And hopefully, depending on what we end up seeing with the rest of these, who knows if we'll be getting something or not. Because at this point that we're going, I don't think we will be seeing much of anything. Hopefully, I am wrong. But even with just those three, not really seeing much of either or. So, there's our code. And our 3. With Helioptile, Meganium, and our last one here. Not anything really good coming up at this point. So hopefully the last one will be the best one. Best for last, as they say, with our Dialga. Last ETB for Surging. Neither or of the other has been really bringing it home. So let's see if in this last round they both bring it home, or if we are just let down. Latios, not horrible, but again, it's just an EX, so straight to the back. Nothing great there. But EX nonetheless, still, Latios is played, it's used, so nice card to just have and trade later on. Or use later on, depending on. Okay, but there's our code. Next 3, we got these guys. Hopefully, again, as long as I don't see a Stumpfisk, because if I see Stumpfisk illustrationer, I'll probably be pissed, but who knows, we'll see. Kind of would probably rip it, I don't know. We'll see. But Stunfisk, ugly ass fish. Let's see. We gotta cure him. Let's see if we see him or not. But that is a possibility. With what we have and what we have been pulling, he is still a possibility here with all that we got. Cyrano, haven't seen this guy in who knows how the hell long. But his little wispy mustache there. But he will just go right there, covering our Jasmine. Our guy covering Jasmine. Because I didn't even see, I don't remember that guy here, honestly. It's been a while since we've done Surging, at least in that sense. But we got nothing. And in our last 3 packs, hopefully something changes. Because if not, pretty disappointing after 4 ETBs. We've pulled stuff, we're getting stuff. But again, nothing worthwhile at this point. Not even a Latios, which a Latios illustration rare would make this very different. But other than that, nothing to really write home about. And in our last pack, let's see how it goes. Our final code, Surging, and our final 3 of Surging. Got Meowstic, Excadrill, and nothing. So yeah, useless. Very good. So now to finish with our booster box. Let's see if the booster box leaves us anything to worry about or to be happy about. Again, we are missing, oh, Spiritomb. I really talked about a Spiritomb card in a previous video. Looks okay, not horrible, but he's pretty much basically in his area where he's supposed to be, on top of a pedestal and everything in the Dark Forest, so it fits him pretty well. Okay, so I like it. It looks nice, but I think that was our third. But again, here with Mega Evolutions, who the hell knows if that would be the last one or not. You could get a lot more of the illustration rares here to keep it going. There's our code and our 3, which wouldn't be unhappy with more illustrations. Just that we already we have all the illustrations. Only one I would be happy to see probably is Marshadow, but that's just me. Because again, Marshadow right here, that price. So would be a good illustration rare to pull again as well. Got our Raikou and our final 5. Let's see how good or bad this turns out. There's our 3 with Spoink, Grieve Art, and a full art, not illustration rare. It's not that big of a deal, but it's just a full art either way. Just gonna go right there behind the Spiritomb. Nothing huge there. A Kangaskhan alt would be nice. We need Lucario alt. We need Gardevoir alt. We need a lot of the alts. So you would hope that in a booster box you get an alt. And right now with the final 3 that we have, kind of just living in suspense right now. Seeing if we do or don't. Got our Cinderace. And our last 2 packs. Lucky or not, that's what you got. So can't really say much in the end. There's our 3 with Litleo, Bayleaf, and a Mega Emo. And our last pack magic, hopefully, because if not horrible, but in the end, booster box left us lacking. So we were left hanging. Our wrap up for Surging gonna be super fast, guys. We got all these AXs and we got all these EXs and these A-Specs. Only 2 that we're really gonna show off is Pikachu and Latios, and I honestly say those were probably the best. But we did get some full arts. Our Jasmine, our Cyrano, our Hydrogen, and then our 3 illustration rares, Titan, Vibrava, and Fampi. And not horrible again. We did get 16 hits from our booster box, just nothing huge from the booster box. We did get 8 EXs. We got some full arts, which one of them we needed. So an item full art, a supporter full art, and 2 Pokemon full arts. And then we got 4 illustration rares, Delibird, Shuckle, Inteleon, and honestly, I really like that Spiritomb, so nice little one there to finish that off. But that's been the video, guys, and I've been Georgosaur. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like, a comment, and a subscribe. Let's go ahead and share the video as well so we can have more people join us, join the community, and see the types of hits that we be getting. But really appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good morning, good afternoon, and a good night whenever you're watching. Peace out.